Hi guys, welcome to day 3 of Holiday Club. We have a lot of fun things in store for you today, like singing songs, learning about Daniel and the Lion's Den, making spy pies, you'll learn what those are later, and our daily photo challenge. We have one every single day, so make sure you send us photos. And if you haven't already, sign the photo waiver in the description before you send them. We're excited that Jon Matthews is our guest Bible storyteller today. And we also have Jennifer Sanderson teaching us how to make spy pies. So you'll find out more about that in the video. Enjoy! I'm reading my Bible. And this is what it says to me. Tells me that I'm never ever alone. I'm learning how Jesus came down to us and gave his best. Without a doubt the best friend you'll ever know. Our God knows exactly what I need, so I remember this. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. I'm reading my Bible. And this is what it says to me. Tells me that I'm never ever alone. I'm learning how Jesus came down to us and gave his best. Without a doubt the best friend you'll ever know. Our God knows exactly what I need, so I remember this. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. Our God knows exactly what I need, so I remember this. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. Trouble Sounds like I'm getting a signal from another CIA agent. Let's see if I can contact them. The hippo is in the iceberg.
The elephant is in the tree.
My cat is a pro wrestler.
My dog can beat anyone in Fortnite. You must be with the CIA. I've been trying to contact you for days.
I'm Agent C, and I was tasked to find you. What are your coordinates?
My coordinates are 1 degree, 2 minutes, 3 seconds north, 4 degree, 5 minutes, 6 seconds east.
Stay right there. I'll come find you. I am Agent C.
Hi, I'm Agent Eagle Eye. Thank goodness you come to find me. I've been trying to contact the CIA, but none of these computers seem to be working. I've been trying to fix the connection for over a week now. I'm beginning to lose all hope.
Actually, our headquarters was attacked by a computer virus, and we have lost all connections to our secret agents. That's why you couldn't contact anyone. But always remember, if you can't contact anyone, you can always pray to God, and He will listen and help you along the way.
That's right, I totally forgot about the power in the prayers. I must always remember, even through tough times, God will always listen.
That's the spirit. I gotta go now. But I'll give you this microchip to help you reconnect with the CIA.
Best of luck to your mission, Agency. Thanks for your help. Peace be with you.
Peace be with you too.
Hey Mimico, my name's Jon Matthews and I'm so glad to be joining you all today. I get to be telling you about the true story of Daniel in the den of lions. And to help me, I don't have a lion, but I've got a tiger who can kind of, I don't think he'll sit on the table here with me. But yeah, I'm so glad to be able to share you about this. Daniel is one of my favorite people in the Bible. Daniel he had an amazing faith. He cared about God, what God cared about so much. He would always want to be talking with God, be praying, and just he believed that God would help them no matter what happened. So one day, the kingdom that they were in, it was taken over by a new king. It was taken over, and so they like replaced so many people. But he's like, I need some people to help rule. And Daniel was one of the three guys that he's like, okay, he's gonna help rule over the land. But the other two and some of the like minor helpers to help kind of organize and run this whole giant kingdom, they were super jealous of Daniel. They were like, no. We don't want him. We don't want him doing stuff. Like, let's get him kicked out because like we just don't want him to be part of this. So they start looking at him and they're like, oh, shoot, like he's never done anything corrupt. He's never done anything to like benefit himself or other people that's wrong. Like he's always on top of everything that he said he would do. But so they're like, okay, if we're going to catch him, if we're going to be able to kick him out, it's going to have to be to do with something about the God he serves, because he loves God and he wants to follow God with everything. So they went up to the ruler, this guy Darius, and they're like, hey King Darius, and they kind of butter him up. They're like, may you live forever. Like, oh, we think you're so great. What we think is everyone in the whole kingdom for 30 whole days straight should only worship you, should only praise, should treat you like a god, and just only pray to you. If anyone else prays to anyone else, they should be thrown in a den of lions. And Darius is like, whoa, like you guys are just, flattering me so much. Like, he's like, you know what? I am king. I can do what I want. Okay, I'll write this down. I'll make this into a law. And they kind of convinced him, like, okay, boom, write it down. Because in the Medes and the Persians and in that empire, if something was a law, even the king couldn't go against it. Once the king like made it into law, he was like, okay, this is how it has to be. So, that he was fine. He's like, okay, when the 30 days started, once that memo went out all across like the different kind of areas of that empire, the 30 days started. But Daniel, he's like, no, I've got faith I trust God so much. I'm not going to stop praying. I'm not going to stop like talking to God and having a relationship with God this way. So every day he didn't change up his routine at all. He would go up into kind of his like house there, and he had a room on like one of the higher floors, and it had a window that faced the city, so people would see him. And this was his routine all the time before. And he's like, I'm not going to break my routine just because these guys convinced the king about this law. So he would kneel and he'd pray, he'd talk to God, and after a while, you know, they posted some scouts that were like watching what he was doing, and they go to the king. They're like, oh, hey king, didn't you say something about like for the next 30 days you throw anyone in a lion's den that was praying to someone else other than you? And the king was like, yeah, you know what, I even wrote it down so it couldn't be broken. This was like a big law that I made. And they're like, well, actually, we know this guy Daniel, your buddy, who is going to be who's been doing it this whole time. And the king was like, floored. He had seen how well Daniel was doing, and he, rather than just being one of the 3 guys helping to run the country, he was going to put him at the top and be his like second in command. And he's like, okay. And he's like, no, not Daniel. And the Bible says like he spent the whole rest of the day until sunset trying to find a way out of it. But once the king had made a law in that country, he couldn't break it. Even the king couldn't unwrite it. So he's like, okay. So he's like, Daniel, I'm so sorry. Like, he had to be taken to the lion's den. And he's like, Daniel, like I tried everything I could. I couldn't get you out of this. So the king puts Daniel in this den full of lions, and then they had a rock that went over top of it to seal it. Like, this rock's not going to move until like daybreak, until morning. Well, here's what goes on. The king, he doesn't eat that whole night. Like, he's just like, he's so worried for Daniel, who he trusts so much, just like how Daniel trusts in God so much. And like, so worried that in like, as soon as the sun was coming up, he like ran over and he yells in. He's like, Daniel, like, are you in there, Daniel? And Daniel answers, and the king's like, what? Like, lions should have attacked you at night. But you know, Daniel comes out and he's like, no. God sent an angel who closed the mouths of the lions, and he protected me, which like blew the king away. The king was like, you know, because of your faith, because you trusted in God, and you continually trust, you always trust in God, your God protected you. And the king actually sent out this big decree after that, and wrote all the language of the people, sent it to every country, and just explained how great God was. It's an amazing story. And I love hearing about how Daniel just trusted so much in what God would do, and that changed the heart of this king who didn't believe in God before, who actually was like kind of like, I'm God before that, but because of this instance, was like, no, like the God of Daniel, the God that we serve, is strong and powerful, and I need to tell everyone about it. Daniel's faith is just so amazing. Thanks, everyone. It's so good to be together.
Do you recognize this guy? Probably not. He's in disguise. Today's activity is making spy pies. Make your own spy pizza pie. To make your pizza pies, you're going to need some round bread, some kind of tomato sauce or tomato paste, a variety of veggies, and some cheese and pepperoni if you eat it. To cut up your pepperoni and veggies, you'll need a knife and some scissors. Don't forget to ask your mom or dad if you need to use a sharp knife. Once you wash all of your veggies, it's time to create some great shapes to make some disguises. This is where your scissors will come in handy. You can make noses out of peppers. You can cut some eyes out of olives. You can make nice hairy eyebrows from mushrooms. pepperonis can be round or semicircle or triangles. You can make some triangle peppers. You can make some long pepper shapes. You could even make a smiley face out of a red pepper. Put your sauce on your bread. This one's naan. Spread it around if you like tomato sauce. You could also use olive oil if you don't like tomato sauce. Grate some mozzarella cheese and put it on to hold all of your disguises on. Now that you've got your sauce and your cheese, you're ready to make your face. Be creative. The sky's the limit. You could put on some ears. Some eyes. A big yellow nose. Oh, this could be a cat. So we're gonna need some whiskers. Uh-oh. Maybe they won't show up. You could always add some red to help. I'm gonna take my scissors and make some thin pieces to add to the whiskers. Beautiful. You can try all kinds of disguises. Your parents won't even recognize them. They're such good disguises. All that's left to do is eat it up. If you'd like to eat it cold, it's ready to go. But if you'd like it warm, make sure you get a parent's help.
Here are some featured pictures from yesterday. Don't they look cool? If you want to be featured in one of our next videos, make sure to send us your pictures or videos. For today's photo challenge, hide yourself in a photo. Here are some examples. Try to see if you can find me in the pictures. We encourage parents or guardians to send us photos or videos of their kids participating in crafts, activities, music, and photo challenges. Make sure you sign the photo waiver in the description below.